Good afternoon. It is June the 29th, one day before the end of the month, and we'll kick it off with our usual disclaimer. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual trading performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under or overcompensated for the impact of any of certain market factors such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. So here is the even. I was dead wrong today. I came in and thought that we would be down a little bit at first, but we'd find buyers and that we might close this market 24.35, 24.37 and set up a rally into tomorrow's close. And I was dead wrong. But the methodology protects us. So here's the first B, and it's a counter trend trade. Actually got a couple of points out of that one. Right here, that B would be a loser. These S's all produce, and then finally this retest failure, this being it takes a long time to develop, we're back to the long side of the market. So the methodology can protect you from market calls. Well, yeah, I know I wanted to be long when I started out, but I mean the market is selling. Well, this is a good setup for me. I can take that trade and we'll see what happens. But because this is behind me, you can't really press it. And the statistics this morning from Pat favored a down day, but the bottom not falling out of the market. So again, you really can't foresee these days, and you don't know what makes big trend days happen. Nobody does. They just happen. So again, don't be too tough on yourself if you miss this. All of it. Okay, don't know what happened here. We'll get a forced tick rebuild and we'll see what we've got. Tomorrow's news: personal income up 0.3. Personal spending up 0.1. They'd like to have those reversed. PCE plus 0.1. Chicago PMI 58.2. That could come in lower than forecast. Consumer sentiment 94.5. That could come in lower than forecast. And Baker Hughes rig count, it was 1,111 and 941. That number could come in higher than forecast. The focus would be personal spending, Chicago PMI, and consumer sentiment. So let's wait till this thing comes up. And so here we are, looking to be lower, and right now a close in the 24.21 area would have the first sell 29 to 31, and on this one 39. Yeah, it'd be 35 area, so we'll be selling 30s to 35s. And let me go back and make this increments 2 points. Get this back in a scale that I'm used to looking at. Now that'll make a little more sense. I can read that. But setting it up on a point or 2 points might make some sense too. If I want to make it a point, I go 1 0.00. So right here, the spills from 28, taking out the day session low, and we're at 21 right now. So first sell 28 to 30, and then 35 to 37. Try to pick up this area. On the buy side, 13 to 15 buy one, and then we'll make 5 to 7 buy two, and we'll certainly have to adjust that in the morning. But you know, I'm not dismissing trend days and the importance of it. I'm just saying that you really do have to learn how to work the grind day in to day out, and your methodology should keep you on the right side of the trend days, and they're fairly easy to recognize early. So it's not the end of the world if you didn't miss it all, but your objective is to make your business plan. Okay, treasuries are trading lower. The major players of G20 said interest rates are going higher, and they're all singing the same tune right here. So sounds like they want a recession to me. But we bounced. We were down. The E-mini was down, so they both sold. Find a place to sell it on the F1 screen. And we have a P put in backwards. Part of that's because of the weakness in the E-mini, but it's not a very strong profile. When you put it together, we got a very, very clean break up here. 25.28 to 126. So our first sell, 27.31, then 3 to 7. If the E-mini breaks 2400 tomorrow, and I don't think it will because of it in the quarter. I think we'll probably try to close it above 2408. Then I think the E-mini doesn't really just totally fall out of bed. We'll see a trading range tomorrow with a lower bias. 21s to 17s by 1. 9 to 13 by 2. So we're trying to buy 21s or better, and we're trying to sell basically against 126 if we can. One of the things that distinguishes an experienced trader or a mature trader over a novice is that a mature trader has recognized what he can and can't do. And for the things that he can't do, he's working to try to get better, but he understands that. And it doesn't manifest itself as through beating yourself up mentally or self-flagellation. Whereas a new trader, an inexperienced trader, can get really upset about having missed this, and I knew I should have done this, or I knew I should have done that. And you really, if you could have done it, you would have done it. That really is the bottom line. So again, my point is just take it easy on yourself. You don't need any more stress in your life. Trading range with a downward bias tomorrow for end of the month, maybe. Unless the E-mini falls out of bed, then we can trade higher. But one of the guys that wrote up on Zero Hedge today said something I think that was really pretty true. He talked about Janet Yellen's delusional statements when she gave her speech the other day about she didn't see how the world would ever have another huge financial crisis. And you know why she might hope that, but if that is the intelligence that's guiding the Fed and looking to steer us through this, she might get blindsided. Nah, that could never happen to Janet, right? Okay, lower high, lower low. Look for a place to sell gold on the F1 screen. And looking at this, we had a 40.42 buy and we had a 48.50 sell, so we caught one edge of the market. It's a P put in backwards, short covering. If there had been new buying with short covering, we'd have had a trend day up. So here we are at 45, sell 47s to 50s. 53 to 55, sell 2. On the buy side, 40.42. 35.37. Okay, crude hung in there pretty well for us. Today we finally got our stops above 45. We're hoping to sell against 45.50. We lowered it to 45 and a quarter, 45.50. Produced a couple of trades. Higher low, higher high. Find a place to buy it. And looking at the F2 screen. Okay, we've got a B. Supply says crude could sell. Citicorp came out and said the low is in, and we've had lows like this off the F42 area. We've had a 22% gain, so 22% would take us about $8 off the low. That would be $50 crude oil if Citi is right. Okay, gosh, we're just kind of right here. So 45, 25, 50, sell 1. Maybe 45. I'll put a question mark there. Yeah, let's make that sell 1. And then 50 to 75, sell 2. On the buy side, looks like we're going to try to head lower. So 25 to 50, buy 1. And then 43.75, 44, buy 2. And the euro stops above 115 is the obvious play right now. I would like to set some shorts up there at 115. Haven't been able to get it yet, so everything is still pointed up on F1. And on F2, definitely a P, so 115 even, plus or minus. 115.25, sell 2. On the buy side, gosh, let's see, the last rotate down stopped at 71.63.57, so we'll make 50 to 60, buy 1. And then 30 to 40, buy 2. And we'll see how that works. So we're going to see if we get stops above 115. That's been the play here of late. And with that said, I'll see you bright and early in the morning. Y'all have a great evening.